So what I got going on today is I'm about to unbox this pop-up canopy made by Yaheetech. I suppose that's wrong, but anyway, it's made by those guys right there. And we ordered this we've used pop-up canopies with our camping before. What we've done in the past is we've used the pop-up canopies as an additional shelter behind our Go Fast camper, and also as an additional shelter, kind of the kitchen area when we set up a full base camp using our big canvas Kodiak cabin tent. So we've used some before, but this one we got because it has sides and a little better, a little thicker, supposedly a little thicker nylon, 500D. So that's what we got going on there. Let's get this thing out of the box and see what's going on. Well, there's what we got as I get the box open. It's in its handy dandy carrying case with some wheels on it, which will be helpful because the thing is heavy. One thing I didn't think all the way through is I was hoping it would fit in the back of my Tundra, back seat of my Tundra, because I take that seat out and I load things in there. But I think it's a couple inches too long actually to fit in the back seat of the Tundra. But the thing will definitely fit in the back of the truck and take up that much space. So let's get this thing opened. I think these bags are something you can put like rocks in or something to help hold it down in lieu of staking out the skyline. I think. We'll find out. Probably says something about that here in the instructions. Stakes and guy lines. A little knobby thing came right off. Maybe I gotta restring that. So I don't know if that's the way it should work. But we got some guy line, of course, and some pretty heavy duty stakes. Don't look too bad. Pretty decent. Good stuff scattered all over the yard. One of the reasons I ordered this rather than the old cheap ball that we had, and by the way, I think we got this for less than $200, but this fabric is a lot thicker than what we're used to, and it's not that cheap plastic. It's 500D nylon, I guess, and these are the sides, I'm sure. Some more sides. know for sure that this would be easier to do with 2 people, so I'm going to improvise. Another reason that we ordered this one is it's a 10 by 10. Our last one we used was a 12 by 12, and I don't think that we need all that space, especially since most of the time it's just her and I. So we're going to see how this 10 by 10 looks. So I did break down and look at the instructions to make sure what these bags were for. These are, we got a nice handle on them. They're pretty heavy duty. They're really thick, and they got Velcro. And I was correct. And what they're for is, there it is in the instructions. Fill them with sand, and then Velcro them to the legs. I suppose that's really relevant if you're going to use this thing at the beach. Not so much in the mountains where I'm likely to be, but I bet I find some use for this heavy duty bag. I have 4 of them that can Velcro to something. We own them. I wish they'd have not given me these and put the stake. I wish they'd have not given me these and put something to stake down the sides and another little guy line adjusters, but we have them, and I'll find some use for them. Okay, I'm on the inside of this now. Just got the top put up approximately right. It wasn't too hard. Now, gotta go around and, hard to do with one hand, but gotta Velcro these corners on. And then, I think we're gonna lift it up. So, let's get this one on. Pretty easy if you can do it with one hand, I guess. So far, so good. Looks pretty heavy duty, a lot better than what we've had. The size, I think, is going to be plenty big for us. We're going to see how the sides work once I get the whole thing set up. I think it's going to be great. have to say that went up a lot easier than the other two that we have owned. So far, this one is passing the unboxing test. Something I really liked about, well, I like a lot of things already. I like that this Velcros right into that corner, pretty easy to work with. I like that this button here, it locks into place without being a Superman. Pretty easy to push it up and lock it in. I also, there's our friend the robin. They've got a nest up in our drain spout, and I think they're about to have some babies out. She's getting some worms. Yeah, you're used to me being around. Then another thing that I like is this worked really good. I just pushed the button, slid down, locked into place. Very, very good so far. The height is good. I'm 6'1". Plenty of room. Seems sturdy. Now, next thing I need to do is take these Velcros and hook them on. And then the sides Velcro right into here. I think that's going to be really handy. So that's what I'm going to do next. These Velcro straps are working real good. It just dawned on me, though I did the first two wrong, I believe, because they're just going to be in the way of my... No, maybe not. Maybe not. No, they'll be fine. Okay, never mind. Forget that. So the next thing I got to do is put some sides on. That's pretty easy to figure out. You got Velcro up there and you got Velcro right here, so that ought to be how it goes, I guess. Good design. I just went along here and hooked this Velcro on here. It's real easy to put up there. And then they've got nice little straps with Velcro on it to go to the poles. I'll have to get them in the right position. But boy, that couldn't be a better system. I really, really like that. I've already hooked on a couple of these Velcro strips right here. Gonna hook on the other sides, and then we're gonna get a complete review of this bad boy. Find the white on a black veil, pretty easy, Velcro, and then go put it to the other Velcro up here, and it's almost kind of brilliant. It's got it notched out just how it should fit in the corner. I'm sure I'll have to make adjustments, but how easy is it? It's Velcro. Let there be dark. Nice. Okay, I just got it tacked up here. It's not perfect at all, but it's really easy to get it started because I'm gonna have to adjust it a little because these corners I really like is these corners have a zipper. I'm anxious to see how the heavy duty that is and how it works, because that's going to be a game changer for me. So now the next one should have a door and a window. Let's find out. We'll see if it has a door and a window. It's supposed to. If it doesn't, I either ordered something wrong or they sent something wrong. There it is. Nice. There's my door. Here's my window. How nice is that? Not only do I have a window, it's got a screen in it. That's pretty cool. Get you a little airflow. This is basically going to be an additional living space when we're just going with the Go Fast in lieu of a attached canopy. This will be our extra space. And when we're using the Kodiak canvas tent and setting up base camp for a week or more, this is going to be the kitchen, dining area, you know, just a catch-all area, kind of the garage. So this is pretty cool so far. Now, oh, put the window out. Very seldom will we have all of these sides on it, but they come with all the sides, so we're happy to have them. I think this is kind of fun. You could actually sleep in this thing if you had to. So let's go take a closer look. This is nice. Got Velcro here, ties there. You got some, keep the bugs out because the corners are going to be zipped up shortly. This thing's going to be tight, bug tight. So in here we got a 10 by 10 space, and so far I'm really happy with making this change. This is going to work out fine. The zipper on the corners is my next project. I'm going to hook the corners together with the zipper, and then we'll be done. And well, a guy should be guy lining it out and so forth, because we could be making I could be making just a super good blooper video when the wind takes that thing and it heads out across town. But oh well, I've done dumb things before in my life. Move this over here so you can watch me struggle with a zipper. Let's see how that works. Now I'll move it over here a little more. Let's see if I can. Whoop. There's the blooper we were hunting for. All right, let's try this again. Let's move it over here so we can see me try to struggle with this zipper. Okay, my theory is the zipper starts from the top and comes down. Wow. Considering how frustrated I get with things like zippers, this went pretty good so far. I think maybe it works better. So I'm thinking, which is when I get dangerous, I'm thinking that you should probably put the zipper on before those straps, those Velcro straps. We'll see. Anyway, that zipper worked great. Didn't struggle much. Now I'll probably do it the right way and go on the inside and hook that together. But I'll get the rest of the zippers in and then we'll figure that out. See if I can do a little faster on this one. So on this one, I think I'm going to undo what I did. Those are nice to hold it in place for the moment, but I'm going to undo all of that. Then get my good rascals in there. Get in there. Minor thing, but something I'm gonna do is the zipper is going good so far, so I don't want to jinx it, but my fat sausage fingers, I'm gonna put a guy line rope on there so I can get a hold of it better, but that's a minor deal. It might even be a glow in the dark one. There it is, our new pop-up canopy and enclosure all in one. Overall impression is real good. I'll give you a walk around. Oh, there's our robin again. This robin couple live with us back here. They yeah, you got a nest up there, don't you? Yep. I'm not gonna bother you. You know I'm your friend. You can just do whatever you want. Go get a worm. Just go get a worm. Your babies probably need food by now. So back to what we were doing. The shelter is pretty well designed for what we're going to use it for. We'll probably very seldom have all the sides on it, which is nice that they have the Velcro so you can do it without all the zipping. But what I really like, here's the things I like about this. It's called I had to get out the book to see if I can figure it out. Yaheetech. They got a good slogan. Make your life comfortable. So yeah, that's what it's all about. When you go out in an adventure, you got to have a little bit of comfort and shelter, and this thing is going to help us out a lot when we do base camp. I like this zipper corner thing a lot. That I like. The door and screen thing are kind of a fun feature. The zipper on the corners was awesome. Another thing is really well thought through is they just put Velcro all the way along the upper, all the way along. So it's real easy to get the sides up and probably take them down. So I like that design. I like the zippered corners. I like this fabric. It feels a lot thicker than what we have had before, and I can't remember the exact amount we paid for this, but it was less than $200, so pretty nice. Now I'm not going to be negative. I'm just going to say how it could be better. It could be better if, like right here, this is gonna flop around in the wind. There's no down at the bottom here, there's no tent stake. No place to put a stake it down to hold it in place. As well as, when I go around the sides, I think it would have been kind of a nice feature to put a tent stake out here in the middle of the side, at least one. And speaking of tent stakes, they gave us, with the product, it came with these pretty decent stakes, heavy duty, pretty good. Would have been happier to have, you get 4. Would have been a lot happier with 8, but that's a minor detail. But yeah, at least one place to stake it down in the middle here would be good, so the wind ain't flopping it in and out, in and out. So I can always put, I got a plan for that. Another thing, it's minor. This is really a nice nice pop-up canopy for the money. Another thing they could have maybe sprung for is a guy line, whatever they're called, so you can adjust the guy line. I got those. I'll put my own on there. But yeah, I mean, instead of just a rope. Look, on the positive side, they gave it a good, strong nylon rope. So that's nice. But really no adjustment to tighten it up. Then on the inside, it all feels real good. One thing I do want to point out is, not that I have to live in here, but I don't know if this is going to show up on camera, but you can see light through the seams up there in the top. Probably nothing that a little seam sealer won't fix. But I can see a little bit of light coming through that 500D nylon, I guess is what it is. Now, what is going to happen next, and I'll come back to it, is that situation right there is going to be fixed with Gorilla Tape. Being the hillbilly that I am, we're going to have tie downs for the tent stakes there and on the 3 sides, because it's going to work. We'll find out in just a minute. So here is the problem solved. A little bit of Gorilla Tape, a little Gorilla Tape and a little imagination. I just improved a design that's actually a good design. There's a few things that they didn't think through. So now the door's not going to flop around. I also took the time to put my little Gorilla Tape stake holders on all 3 corners. So that, it's not a concern, but that little design flaw is handled. And then I've also handled the other design, not a design flaw, but just they didn't give me anything with those little adjusters, so I got that problem solved. There they are. I already have some. So I got these extra guy lines, I've got those adjusters, so problem solved. There, I got extra guy lines from our old cheap pop-up to make this new and improved pop-up a little better. Overall review, really glad I got this. I'll know a lot more about it once we take it on a road trip or take it up to the Rocky Mountains and set it up at base camp. And then we'll know more on how it functions. We got to get her out in some weather and some wind and get out in the great outdoors and enjoy this thing. So there's my review and my unboxing of the, however you say it, something pop-up, under $200, pop-up shelter, I guess you'd call it. It's a pop-up canopy with shelter enclosure. So that's it. Enough talking.